We have gotten a lot of great feedback to a survey that we put out there, and we asked for what is your challenge that you experience right now as a stylist, as a salon owner, and we got some really great feedback. So I want to talk today about one challenge that got repeated often. It is why a lot of our members are leaving from the salon and opening independent suites, or they're just leaving the career. They just don't want to be here anymore. So I want to talk to you about a couple of things, and I really want to say that it's a sore subject. But here's the thing: even before COVID, we always had that problem. That must have changed since 1950, right? We are 2020, and for all of these years, it's just a little bit, just small little things have changed. Yeah, maybe the fashion has changed. Maybe some software have changed. Improvement of software, improvement of color, technical stuff, maybe some of little things, but literally nothing has changed or progressed when it comes to hiring the right people. So what I want to offer is for you to think differently, completely differently. And let's look at this, what COVID did do. What COVID did is brought everything to the surface on steroids. Yes, on steroids. That's the reason why people are not in right here, because they were never really feeling 100% in. So they never go all the way in, because if they don't feel that this is part of what they want to be, they definitely don't want to be here. What are the reasons? Well, number one, most authentic problem that we all share is we always hire people when we need them right now. It's a reactionary act. We hired because, oh my God, somebody just left, or somebody just moved, or somebody passed away, and we can't accommodate their clients because our hours are limited, or we're too busy behind the chair to take somebody else's client, or we're just afraid that somebody is going to take the clients with them, right? That was always the challenge. Well, the number one problem is because we always hire. And when we put those fillers out, when we just put like ads on Craigslist or ads on Indeed or whatever, we always say we're opening for hire. Anyone and anyhow, we're open. Come on in. And sometimes you're even going to have somebody who walks in. You only have 5 minutes out of your time to hire. Okay. Maybe you have a hiring system. Maybe you have a 3-visit system. Maybe you have a 4-visit system. Maybe you have a 5-visit system. But did you really spend the time on that process? Did you really sit down and identify what is the true avatar, and who do you want to work with? And why do you want these people to work for you? So number one, we have to consider not hire anymore, but recruit. Because if you're not going to recruit today, you're going to lose the game. And here's another thing I want you to consider. Within the next, I would say by February, by March, we're going to see a lot of salons are closing down, a lot of them. And then they're just not going to make it. Whoever was not profitable before and lived paycheck to paychecks is not going to be able to do this anymore. So you have an opportunity to become one of the top 5% most profitable salons, so you can leverage the market share that when salons are closing, you can, one, grab a lot of clients, all the clients are going to looking for a new home, and high qualified, great stylists. But you're not going to get the right one if you're not going to invest in a recruiting system, something that is very intentional. So recruiting is intentional, it's with intent. It's developing a strategy. Who do we really want here? Really thinking, what are we looking to do? And I want to offer you the perfect work week. What is the perfect work week? And I want you to think for a second. A lot of us, when we were in the lockdown, we all felt the same. We all felt how nice it is not to have the grind anymore. We don't want to work so hard anymore. We don't want to be here 50, 60 hours to just make a little bit of money. We want to be here 30 hours and be all in. You want that your next rock star, which everybody needs to be a rock star, your next staff member will think like stockholder, like a shareholder mindset, that they all want to be part of what you have because they are going to get a lot from it. The number one thing they want to get is they don't want to work as hard. They just don't. Do you blame them? Do you? So the number one thing I want to offer you is something that we call, and we implement this with every one of our clients, and I want to offer it to you. It calls the perfect work week. The perfect work week is 3 questions. 1, if you could have the work week that you want, the month that you want, and the year that you want, how would you want to show up? How many hours do you want to work? How much money do you want to make? And what do you really want to do? If you ask that question yourself as an owner, and you ask that question, you'll find immediately who is the perfect candidate for you, who is the perfect avatar for you. Now, the second question you want to hear, what kind of a clients do I want to attract? What do I want to specialize in? And who do I want to bring here? Is it a family? Is it just men, just women? Maybe I just want to focus on colors, maybe just really great curls. Really, really, what do you want? Have you ever asked that yourself that? What do I want? How many hours do I want to work? What kind of a client do I want to work? Identify that. Once you identify that, then you know who's the ideal client or ideal staff member that you want to bring on. So the next thing you want to do is bring your staff. Create a staff meeting. And in the staff meeting, you want to ask them the same questions. And be real. Be frank. Go down and understand, what do they want? Do they want to buy a house? Do they want to buy a car? Do they want a consistent paycheck? How much money they need to make? These are great, great questions. So we're going to come back here, and I just want you to know that we've been implementing this system with our clients, and it's been tremendously. They have gotten so much success of identifying the right people to bring in and to work with. But more than anything, they created a culture. The culture is not 1.0 Salon, which was from 1950 to 2020. The 2.0 version is what's going to happen in 2021. It's how do you want to live your life? How do you want to work? And now, more than anything, we need to come down. We need to have empathy, and we need to have an authority. Empathy and authority. That's the culture. And the second thing you want to have as a culture is a stockholder mindset. Everybody wants to invest in their company, not in their company. And that is how you'll never lose the right avatar for your company. You guys, think about that. We'll talk about it again. But for now, have a fantastic weekend. Happy Friday, everyone. Enjoy your weekend.